If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that sub button for more amazing content. Now, let's jump straight into the video. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Bofina1, bringing you guys another YouTube video. So we all know the whole stimulus check has been a huge discussion as of recent. When it comes, when it's coming out, how much, who will qualify for the stimulus check, etc. So there's been quite a bit of speculation just in general, and a lot of things just haven't really been set in place. However, Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary says, in quotes, "We're just sending everybody free money from a helicopter. That's not a great idea. I don't know why we're sending checks to people that are already employed. That makes no sense to me. The deal should be this. If you are displaced by the pandemic, we will send you a check because you're unemployed," close quotes. So I get what he means by this, but I also understand both sides, because it's kind of like this, right? If you're constantly giving out money, which was part of the reason what happened in 2020 when Trump was the president, when they were giving out the $600 a week on top of what people would initially get for unemployment. You had people that were literally making more money to be at home than they were going to work. So there was no incentive. A lot of jobs were not necessarily paying like a hazardous pay, meaning like you're working in a hazardous environment, COVID, right? So at the same time, if you kind of think about it, a lot of people, there's just no motivation to go back to work. As of right now, it's currently $300 a week. So they've chopped it down to half on top of, the money you were getting every 2 weeks. So it's kind of hard, because I kind of get what he's saying in the sense of you're giving people that are unemployed this money, free money. And a lot of these folks are getting more money than what they were working. So there's no motivation for them to go back to work. Then you're going to give them another stimulus check. Tax season is right around the corner. But then you also have that person that maybe they were making a higher salary. And even with all of that money added together with the extra, unemployment benefits, it's still not enough. But then at the same time, the people that are working, it's like at any point, especially now with the whole pandemic, they could get fired. So why should they be penalized for working? Because at the same time, you kind of can look at it like this, like the people that are working, a lot of them are not necessarily getting hazardous pay to keep working. So why should they be penalized for having a job? Like, you get what I'm saying? So I get both sides of it, which is another reason why there's a whole discussion of why they need to raise minimum wage. Because if you factor in, for a lot of people, let's say they, drive their car to work. So gas, maybe they have tolls on their way going to work, transportation, maybe they take the bus or train, etc. Right? So with all those different aspects that are going on, it makes it so there's no motivation, like I said, to go back to work. Because when you factor in, like, maybe you eat out for lunch, or maybe you have to pack your lunch, gas, transportation, they need to raise the minimum wage in order to motivate people to go back to work, or else we're always going to be in this sense of like, hey, I'm not going to worry about going back to work. I'm making more money sitting at home. There's no reason for me to worry about that. And then you're also going to have this resentment of people that are at work that are making less money, that you've had people literally try to get fired from their jobs just so they could stay home and get unemployment because they know they would get more money. So that's the biggest thing that I would say in terms of the whole stop sending free money, from what Kevin O'Leary is saying. I get what he means by it. Like, I get both sides, but I also think that he's not looking at it from like a working person, the working class, because I also think that's wrong to exclude people that are working from getting the extra money. Why should I be penalized if I'm working under hazardous conditions, and why am I not able to get that extra cash? You know what I mean? Like, maybe I need that to pay for a bill. Like, just because I'm working doesn't mean I'm not struggling. You get what I'm saying? Like, so in all reality, the big thing that needs to come from this is they need to raise minimum wage and stop raising the cost of living. Unfortunately, the world that we live in, when you raise minimum wage, because minimum wage is, it's minimum wage, it's kind of like the stepping stone, the milestone that people tend to base a lot of things off of: gas, cost of food, everything. So if you raise that, essentially everything else will go up right with it. So let me know your guys' thoughts about this down below in the comment section. I thought this was an interesting article when I had read through it. So let me know your guys' thoughts about this. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll chat with you later. Peace, Fan Army.